Hello, 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 and welcome to the Oasis. My name is Mike, of course, and today is all about the Quest 3 and the MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. The yearly event from Meta, where we can expect to see some juicy new VR game announcements, along with some updates to some of our favorite VR titles. And the kind of crazy thing is, this showcase is going to start in maybe half an hour or so with the kind of like the pre-showcase content. But it's been a crazy day so far, and many of you have probably already seen this, but they've already announced the headset. So I never saw this coming. I kind of thought today was going to be all about games. They normally announce hardware kind of like at the end of the year at Connect, so this was a complete surprise. Kind of sideswiped me, and I think a lot of the community as well. A lot of you guys were like, what the heck? They've already announced this thing. So I thought before the showcase starts, let's kind of look at this trailer, go through some of the specs, because we've got some information on the specs, a release window, and more importantly, the price. I'm really surprised to see this information so early, but hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. Thank you all for saying hello. I really appreciate it. I'm kind of rude. I should have started the stream and said hello, but this kind of took me by a loop and really sort of took me by surprise. Yeah, how you all doing? So good to see you all. Right, so let me go through these details and this trailer. So straight away they've said straight out of the bat that this is 40% slimmer form factor over Quest 2, which is kind of crazy. It's got higher resolution displays, although they weren't specific with whether they're OLED or LED or micro LED like the Quest Pro. They just say that it's got pancake lenses, and the lenses do look very similar to the Quest Pro lenses, so I'd imagine they're probably the same. They also say that this is the first headset to feature a brand new next-generation Snapdragon processor, and actually the trailer and both the blog posts suggest that this new processor will have twice the power of the Quest 2, so that's just completely insane. So I would imagine everything's going to feel a lot snappier, games are going to be a little bit more responsive, so that's going to be a super nice upgrade. Then we've got high fidelity color pass-through, a bit like Quest Pro, I would imagine, so you can see your surroundings, and also for mixed reality content. And then finally, just popping up now, you see these new controllers, and they don't have tracking rings. They don't have tracking rings, and it doesn't look like they have cameras either, so yeah, really curious to see how they're tracked, whether it's, you know, they're just more compact and they're tracked by the headset, or they've got some other fancy stuff in there that we just can't see from these clips and images. But yeah, it's just crazy that this got announced, and like you just saw coming up, it's coming in the fall, and it's going to be $499 for the 128 gigabyte model. So that's probably going to be about 499 British pounds, 499 euros is normally a direct number comparison rather than like the exchange rate is completely messed up here. So yeah, super crazy that we got these details so early. They're also going to be sharing more details, and they kind of announced that a Meta Connect is happening on the 27th of September, which is going to be awesome. So maybe we'll hear more details then, or hopefully we'll hear some more details today during the showcase. But I kind of got a feeling that they kind of want to get this out the way so the showcase can maybe just focus on the games. And then the last thing that they announced during the blog post was that the Quest 2 is going to get a price reduction back to $299 for the base model, which you know, is great. That was the price that it started at. They recently put the price up, and I guess to kind of maybe look like this $499 isn't so much of a bad deal for an upgrade, but they're dropping the price back down again, so that's good to see. So, you know, there's going to be the affordable Quest 2 model, which is always going to be available for everyone. It's not dead, it's still going to have a life cycle, but the Quest 3 will be the new hotness that comes out if you want to upgrade. It's kind of been a crazy time these last few weeks in VR, right? Like, if you've been following the news, we've had Big Screen Beyond, which is this crazy PC VR headset. I've got a video with more information on that coming very soon, because they've got an announcement today as well. The PlayStation Showcase was last week, where we got some new games like Synapse from Endreams, which looks awesome. Some of you follow me on social media, you'll know that I was at Endreams yesterday. I can't talk about anything that I played, but I had a great day there. They also unveiled during the PlayStation Showcase Arizona Sunshine 2. So I'm curious if we'll see that today, because historically it's been on multiple platforms. And then, of course, next week we've got a crazy week starting on Monday with the 5th of June with Apple's WWDC event, which is where, a lot of people are saying we're going to finally see information about this kind of long-rumored Apple headset. I'm going to be live streaming that event as well, so if you want to pop by and enjoy that together, then feel free. It'd be great to watch it all together. But so before I talk more about the Meta Showcase, like I say, it's going to start in around sort of half an hour, so we've got some time to chill out and hang out. I thought we'd sort of say hello to everyone and see how you're all doing. So hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you again so much for joining me live. Let me run through some of these questions. College Slam, where's the Ghostbusters game for Quest 2? Yeah, I'd imagine we're going to probably hear about that today. That was originally announced during the last showcase, where they showed us this kind of like pre-rendered CG trailer. Hopefully today we see more gameplay and we find out more about like the story and what you're going to be doing. But Ghostbusting with 4 friends, co-op, just sounds awesome. So really looking forward to that. Reese the King in the chat with the super chat. Thank you so much, dude, for the super chat. You really don't need to, but yeah, thank you for joining me live, and I really hope you enjoy the show, dude. It's great to see you here. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Omar, I love you all in the live stream. Omar sharing the love with the super chat as well. Thank you so much, dude. Paradise Decay, obviously being the moderator for the stream today, so thank you so much for moderating. I always appreciate you taking time out of your day to help me out. Brief discussion, Roblox VR, possibly. I mean, like, who knows at this point? It's a possibility. GTA. Yeah, I'm going to talk about GTA in a little bit. Yeah, I've got some thoughts about GTA. What games do you think are coming to the Apple headset? I really don't know, because from what I understand, I've read a ton of rumors. Nothing is concrete, of course, but from what I understand, this Apple headset isn't going to have controllers and rely on hand tracking alone. So I don't really know how much of a gaming headset it's going to be. But again, this is all just rumor, and Apple are just so good at keeping secrets that we probably won't know for sure until Monday when they actually announce this thing. Assassin's Creed, yeah, they announced Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell a while ago, but they then dropped Splinter Cell, so yeah, curious to hear more about Assassin's Creed for sure. So yeah, let me know where you're all from, by the way. I always love finding out where you're all from, because there's people like tuning in from all over the world, like Alien B watching from deep Mexico, like so awesome. So yeah, I'd love to know where you are in the world, and also what have you been playing in VR, if you've been playing VR at all just recently. I'd love to know what games you've been enjoying. The Warwick Gaming Channel, welcome to the Oasis. Thank you for becoming a channel member. So awesome. Thank you so much. So yeah, just kind of recap the big announcements from last year's MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. We had some big announcements like Bone Lab from Stress Level Zero. That was a big game that was announced. Pretty cool game, but a bit overhyped in my opinion. But it was a big game nevertheless from the last showcase. So, we can expect some pretty big titles to be announced this time round. Everyone's flooding in from all over the world here. This is completely nuts. So let me read some of these out. We've got Lino from Brazil. We've got Wild Wolf from Poland. We've got Namor from Texas, Moist from Sweden, Stefan from Ireland, Waterfall from Qatar, Phoenix, Arizona, Foxgloves from Norway, Sleepy Raygun from Michigan. So awesome. Scotland, it's so awesome to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me live for the MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. Like I said, it's going to start in around 20 odd minutes or so we've got some time to hang out. But yeah, like I said, so we had Bone Lab last year, which was a huge game. We had the Ghostbusters announcement with the CG trailer, like I showed a little bit. Here we go, showing it now. We also had Among Us, which was super cool. That was like a big game for VR, like it was a huge game during the pandemic. I was invited by Shell Games to fly over to Salt Lake City to play it with a bunch of other VR content creators. We had an absolute blast playing that game together. And then finally, we had The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution, which was a really great sequel. I loved the original game. I thought the sequel was fantastic, and, the chainsaw was just completely awesome in that game. And the great thing is, I've actually been working with Skydance Interactive, the developers of this game, with a sort of side project that I've been working on for a few months. And they're actually going to be running a big sale on both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 throughout the month of June on all 3 platforms. So Quest, Steam, and PSVR 2. So if you want to pick them up for a big discount, then check out the link in the description below, which has links to all the store pages which are running the sale. Like I said, some dates are sporadic. Some days are going to be running a sale, some days they're not. But I know the Quest one is up now, I believe. So if you want to get a discount on the game, check out the link in the description. And to make this even better, I worked with them on this, which is super, super cool. They teamed up with VR Cover to create this completely unique limited edition run of 500 blood red VR cover kits that they're giving away to the community. So you don't have to buy anything to enter the giveaway. You don't have to purchase any games or anything, but you can enter the giveaway right now for free to win one of these awesome red VR cover kits for the Quest 2. So it's a great deal, awesome bit of kit, opportunity to win some sort of real rare Saints and Sinners merch there. And again, the link to that is in the description down below. So go and grab yourself one of those while we're chatting. I actually want one of these myself. They look so, so cool. And it's been an absolute privilege to work with Skydance Interactive. They're such an awesome team. So, I hope you enjoy the discount and the VR cover. So getting back to this year's showcase, of course, they've been teasing stuff on Meta's socials as to what we might be able to expect from this showcase. And one of the big teasers, of course, was this one, which everyone kind of guessed pretty much straight away. With the sand and kind of Loki's helmet there. And it appears like we're getting an Asgard's Wrath game on Quest. But of course, what we don't know right now is whether it's going to be a port of the original game, which of course released, back in 2019 on the Rift, and it was a PC title, or if we're going to get something else. So, we don't know yet, but we can expect to be hearing about Asgard's Wrath during the showcase. Hossein, has Skydance been bought by Meta? No, Skydance Interactive are still doing their own thing. They're going to be making another big game, which they announced a while back, called Behemoth. We don't know much about that, so maybe we could hear about that today, but who knows. The Saints and Sinners franchises are awesome. Good to see you, Pat, in the chat. Thank you for joining me, mate. So one thing I wanted to touch on, and a few of you have been asking questions about this, is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This announcement was made like 2 years ago by Mark Zuckerberg himself. Really curious if we get to see anything about this title in the showcase today, because like I said, it was 2 years ago when this announcement was originally made, and Meta haven't really mentioned anything about it since. So I'm kind of curious. It's the game that the community want to see. It was the game that got people so hyped. I know a lot of people that bought headsets based on this announcement alone, so kind of curious to see what happens during the showcase with GTA San Andreas. But please let me know what you're looking forward to and your suggestions in the chat, and I can kind of read a few of those out. Did we ever find out what was in the box? Yeah, it was the Quest Pro, but I kind of got a feeling they were supposed to show it during that announcement, but they somehow, or some reason, they didn't. I don't know why. It was very odd. Mobile Decay, you reckon GTA probably cancelled? I mean, yeah. If we don't hear anything this showcase, then I'm pretty convinced that we'll never hear about it ever again. Hi Oasis, I want to get into VR. Should I get a Quest 2 or a Pico 4? Quest 2 certainly has the bigger game library, if that matters to you for the standalone content, but both headsets are fantastic. Pico 4 is great for PC VR content, so if you're planning to use virtual desktop or connect it to a PC for PC VR, it's a great headset. But honestly, with the Quest 3 announcement, I would probably hold off and just wait for the Quest 3 now, because, this thing looks sick. It's going to be £500, $500, better lenses, smaller form factor. Hopefully it's lighter, more comfortable, yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. So, the Quest 2 has been a daily driver for me for so long. So to have an update, I'm really looking forward to this, because the Quest Pro didn't really work for me. If you watch my videos and you watch my review of that headset, I really wasn't a big fan of it. It was very uncomfortable, I found. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, the Quest 3, for sure. RJX, should I buy a Quest 2 or wait for the Quest 3? It really all depends on your budget, to be honest. Personally, if you have the extra budget, it would be worth going for the Quest 3, because you're going to have the mixed reality content as well, which we haven't really seen much of. I'm not really that excited myself about mixed reality content, but you never know. They could be announcing some sort of like killer apps for mixed reality pass-through mode. So yeah, I'd go for the latest one, of course, if you can. But if you don't have the budget, of course, you're going to be able to pick up a Quest 2 for $299, or because obviously a lot of people will be selling their Quest 2s on like Facebook Marketplace and eBay, you'll probably be able to get a Quest 2 for like $200 if you really want to save some cash. The Ultimate Blue Mac. How is the big screen beyond been working out for you? So yeah, I've been testing that headset for like months now. I've been working with big screen to test that headset. It's like every new prototype. I think I've got like 3 prototypes now. Every new prototype is like a big jump forward, and I'm very, very excited about that headset. There was some skepticism in the beginning because it took a little while to get the face cushions right and my prescription lens inserts right, but once that was done and nailed down, everything kind of clicked into place, and it's a really fantastic headset. So if you're into Steam VR and you're not that worried about like standalone, and you want the smallest form factor headset on the market and custom face cushions, then the big screen beyond is the way to go. But you do need base stations, and you do need index controllers, and you do need a beefy PC to run it. So you're talking about like on the ultra high end with big screen beyond. Quest 3 controllers look worse than Quest 2. Let me show you. I've got a picture of them, actually. Let me show you here. So these are the new controllers. I grabbed these from the social media posts. As you can see, they've got no tracking rings, and they've got no cameras like the Quest Pro controllers do, because they look very similar to the Quest Pro controllers. But so I'm guessing the LEDs, the IR LEDs that were hidden in the rings before, have now been sort of like hidden behind this faceplate or somewhere behind this plastic that's maybe kind of like like kind of, the LED shines through it, but you can't see it with the naked eye, a bit like the tracking rings with the Quest 2. So yeah, I'm really curious, but I'm really happy to hear that we're going to get the stronger haptics from Quest Pro in these new Quest 3 controllers, because the haptics were really great. I did have problems with the Quest 3 controllers in that they would kind of like often disconnect if you put them down and rest, but it's been a while since I've used them, so they might have been updated since then. This is another picture showing the form factor, obviously a lot slimmer than the Quest 2 here. But one thing that kind of like I noticed, and this is probably going to upset a few people, and it upset me a little bit when I kind of realized this, but if you look at this facial interface for Quest 2, that is not going to fit on Quest 3. So it looks like if you've bought VR covers or you've bought, accessories, I'm not sure if they're going to fit with Quest 3. I'm not sure about the head straps, because the head straps look a very similar design, but we'll have to wait for official confirmation on that. But yeah, facial interfaces for sure. So if you do happen to win one of those sick Saints and Sinners VR covers, you might not be able to use it on the next headset, but it's a cool piece of kit nevertheless. And then we've got an exploded sort of diagram of the Quest 3 again. And this is kind of showing the sensors at the front, which is kind of interesting, because you've got the kind of tracking cameras here on the bottom, and then you've got tracking cameras here on the sides, and then just above them or below them, whichever is the one, is the pass-through cameras for mixed reality and full color pass-through. So yeah, I mean, the fact that we're getting smaller and smaller form factor headsets is just so freaking cool. The fact that they've packed all this technology into this headset without moving the battery to the back like other headsets have done is just super impressive to me. So yeah, kind of amazing that this is happening. Paradise Decay, depth sensor helps with tracking NAR. Yeah, I was looking through the blog post about a depth sensor, but I couldn't find any information on it. So if you have any links, then please let me know in the comments. We've got how long left? 12 or so minutes for the showcase to start officially. So if you've got any questions, could be about the Quest 3, could be about content, could be about Big Screen Beyond, fire away. Reese the King, IPD wheel coming back makes me happy. Oh, dude, 100%. 100%. Like, the Quest 3's 3 little notches wasn't too bad. And I hated the Quest Pro's IPD, adjustment, because you had to actually physically move the lenses with your fingers, and I always found that it kind of got knocked out of calibration. But yeah, an IPD wheel, definitely welcome for sure. Apologies for my dog going absolutely insane in the background. What kind of apps will they announce? What, today? It's all going to be games. It's all going to be games. So I'm hoping that we're just going to get a bunch of new games that we don't know about yet. I'm really curious. A few content creator friends got to fly out to the States to kind of get a preview of this, and Meta have been kind of teasing clips of that on their social media. I also was invited myself, but I couldn't make it because it was my wife's birthday, so I didn't get to go to the States to see this showcase. But yeah, I do know some stuff, but not everything. But it'll be cool to experience it all together. What's your most hyped game? I'm really curious to see more about this Asgard's Wrath game and Ghostbusters. I think both of those games are going to be awesome. Like, Ghostbusters, it's such an iconic IP, and I grew up watching those movies. I remember going, and this I'm kind of showing my age a little bit here, but I remember going to see the sequel with my dad at the cinema. So those movies have a real special place in my heart. So to be able to play a game that's so immersive and kind of really sort of get yourself into that universe and share that experience with your friends, like, I just can't wait for that. So hopefully we get some gameplay and some more information for sure. Will we get more news on Attack on Titan VR official? I've been waiting for months for some news. That was for Megatoes. Megatoes. I have no idea, dude. I'm not familiar with Attack on Titan. I know it's a really sort of popular anime series, but I've never actually seen it. And I know nothing about it. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious. Maybe. Alio, imagine Half-Life 3 for VR. Oh, dude, Half-Life. Yeah, like, Half-Life Alyx, is still, like, the gold standard when it comes to VR content, in my opinion. It's a fantastic game. So, yeah, I'd love that, but I think it's hugely unlikely to happen on standalone hardware. But of course, you'll be able to experience that on PC with higher fidelity, with the new resolution and lenses of the Quest 3, if you happen to pick one up. Tipic, do you think GTA will be here or has been written off? Like I said earlier, I think if they don't mention it today, then it's unlikely we'll ever hear anything about it ever again. And they'll quietly just let that die. But I would love to. I hope we do. I hope we do. It's the game that the community wants, and it's the game that I want to play. So yeah, I'm really curious to see if they mention it at all. Warren Moore, we want Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man would be epic. They have worked with Marvel IPs in the past, like they did Iron Man, of course, which was fantastic in VR. So, it's not beyond the realms of possibility, but I think, PlayStation just announcing Spider-Man 2, a VR Spider-Man would likely be exclusive to PlayStation, I think, if it's ever going to happen. Coconut VR, do you think Apple will have games? I do think the Apple VR headset will have games, but I don't think it will be the main focus of the headset. I think, like, if anything, my personal opinion on it, and again, I don't know anything, it's just from all the rumors that I've read and I've heard from listening to podcasts and like people like Palmer Luckey talk about it on like shows online, is that this kind of headset will really focus on virtual screens. So that will be the use case, like it will be 8K per eye or something ridiculous, and all they need to say is like, this headset will provide a better viewing experience to watch YouTube, Netflix, and whatever else might be that is going to be higher resolution than the 4K TV on your wall. And if they do that, then they're going to get people hyped. But I just know that it's going to be expensive, probably around 3K, which is kind of the rumor. But you know that people like businessmen and celebrities, they're all going to wear them on flights to watch movies and stuff like that. It's going to get people excited for VR. And I think even Apple making an announcement and releasing a headset will help everyone else. So it'll raise PSVR 2, it'll raise Meta's headset as well, because people won't be able to afford 3K. So they'll go, well, what's the next best thing? And they'll maybe buy a Quest 2 or a Quest 3 instead, or a PSVR or a big screen Beyond instead. That's my theory on it all anyway. Mr. Waffle, sorry I'm late. No worries, mate. We haven't started the showcase yet. We've got about 7 minutes for the pre-show to start, so you've made it in plenty of time. Don't you worry. A VR headset would be useless to me if it wasn't for gaming. James, yeah, no, I totally get that. You know, I'm not really interested in like business use cases as well, and that was one of the things with the Quest Pro. You know, I didn't care that I could use this for business. I literally couldn't care less. I don't want to be editing videos in VR. I don't want to be doing that kind of stuff. I just want to be playing games. But if the Apple headset is like a really immersive way and the best way that you could watch content with virtual screens, then I'm definitely curious to try it for sure. And, you know, if I can get one, I will get one, so I can share my thoughts with you all on the channel. Orange Juice, how about an RE4 remake? So we've already had Resident Evil 4 VR on Quest. The remake is coming to PSVR 2 exclusively. So you get the high fidelity experience with PSVR 2. But honestly, like, Resident Evil 4 on Quest is fantastic. So if you haven't played it already, I definitely recommend going and checking that one out, for sure. Frankenstein, hello mate, how you all doing? Red Legend Gaming, let's go. There's people that are hyped. It's good to see people excited, because it's been a rough few months in VR where everything's been a bit quiet, but these last few weeks have been really, really interesting. So, yeah. Minecraft is possible for App Lab. I'm absolutely gobsmacked at this point that we don't have Minecraft in VR, like officially. Yeah, like how that hasn't happened yet is beyond me. It should happen for sure. Same with Roblox as well. Like, Roblox is huge, Minecraft is huge. You know, it's got like such a huge following with the younger audience, and it would be a great way to get them excited about VR as well. No 3.5mm headphone jack. I'm sad it was taken out from the Pico 4. Oh yeah, I didn't actually see if it had a 3.5mm jack on the Quest 3. Let me check. Let me run through the trailer again. Hold on. Let me just have a look. That would suck, because I'm a big advocate of 3.5mm audio jacks, for sure. I just reviewed the Vive XR Elite, and that was one of my real bugbears with that headset, that it didn't have a jack. But you might be right, dude. I didn't see one. So unless you're going to have to use a USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter, like you could do with the Pico, but still, it's not ideal. Are we going to see any more decent sports games? Yeah, dude, like, I'm not a massive sports game fan, but yeah, I'm sure, like, what is it, like, Pro Era was, like, super popular, I think, with, like, the American audience, because they love, like, American football. So yeah, we might have something like that. Yeah, PlayStation are making a Resident Evil 4 remake for PSVR 2 as we speak. Yeah, that's exactly happening. We don't know when it's releasing, but they're definitely developing it. Just got 4 minutes left now until the showcase starts. So this kind of like bit that starts now, which is before the main event, is kind of like a pre-show warm-up where they're going to be showing some games apparently. So yeah, looking forward to that. Pat, there is a 3.5mm jack in the trailer. Thank you, dude. Thank you for letting me know. I was too excited, like, getting everything together, that I didn't even notice it. But thank you for clarifying that. It's super helpful. I think you put a lot of people's minds at rest with that. Xbox for Quest 3. Yeah, like, it's weird, actually. Like, we saw like with PSVR 2 that the sales are tracking better than the original PSVR, and then it's actually tracking a little bit better than the Xbox sales. But it's funny, like all the mainstream media, they don't mention that. All they're talking about is like VR is dead, or VR, Apple are going to have this big flop, or like PSVR 2, like the games suck and like everyone's disappointed about the showcase. When in reality, like PSVR 2 is like selling better than Xbox, which is nuts. And I'm curious to see how the Quest 3 is going to sell, because Quest 2 sold phenomenally, in the multiple of like tens of millions. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting few months ahead for sure. How much money do you think the Quest 3 will cost? Well, they officially told us it's going to cost $499, so $499 US, which is going to be about 499 British pounds. Probably the same in euros as well. Yeah, xCloud would be super cool. Like, if there was a way to, play Xbox games on the cloud. I mean, you could do that, I think, in, like, big screen, right? Or, like, using virtual desktop. If you had a PC, you could do that. You could set up xCloud and play Xbox games with a virtual screen. Yeah. Do you think there'll be a Pico 5? Definitely. Yeah, I think Pico, they really did a great job with the Pico 4. Obviously, it's not available in the US yet, so they're not really competing right now with Meta. It's only available in the UK and Europe. And Asia, of course. Like, Asia is a big market for them. But yeah, US is huge, so they really need to get it out in the US. But maybe this was kind of a test for their next headset. But, I'd be surprised if ByteDance disappear. I think they're still going to be in the game because they've invested so much money in content. And as we know, content is what sells headsets. So, they're doing a great job. Much better than HTC, I'll say that for sure. Like, if you caught my HTC Vive XR Elite review video, that headset was such a disappointment. Really, really slow uptake on the content. So yeah, Pico are doing a much better job there. But Meta are still leading the pack for sure. Big Screen Beyond's update is cool. So have they announced that then already? Maybe I can talk about that maybe at the end. I'm not quite sure what I can say yet. But I've been testing the Big Screen Beyond for a while, and it's a super sick headset for sure. I think everyone that's interested in that headset, it's a very niche headset for a very specific hardcore enthusiast audience. But for people that want that and they buy one and they have the budget for it, they're going to absolutely love it. Do you know if the number of users of VR is increasing compared to 2021 and 2023? Yeah, 100%. Like, from what I understand, headset users numbers are increasing. The upward trend, when I was at nDreams yesterday, they were saying that the trend is definitely upward curve, and is going to continue that way from what we all understand. Absolutely. What time is the showcase? It is about to start. So I'm just keeping an eye on the showcase now. It's due to start any minute. And then as soon as it does, I'll switch over to the stream and then we can watch it together. Just let me know when the stream starts if the audio levels are okay, because that's always a bit of a problem. But I think I got it balanced okay before the stream started. So if you could let me know, that would be really appreciated. Mike, what's your thoughts on the potential controller downgrade from the Quest Pro ones? A cynical ploy to make people upgrade to the £300 ones. It's funny because I was a big advocate of the Quest Pro controllers, but then when I started putting them down, they would go to sleep and then they wouldn't wake up again. So I probably wouldn't recommend them right now. Oh, hang on, the showcase is starting. Let me switch over. Here we go.
But invaders from another world threaten to
So this is the pre-show before the main show.
I won't let them.
What the heck? These poor little souls being destroyed. I like the music. Hell yeah. What the heck is this? Oh, I know what this is. I think this is the one that Beto Benja played. This is No More Rainbows. This was available in beta on App Lab. Yeah. Oh, and you can get it now. Let me just check. Is that available in the store now? I love the idea of being a monster and just destroying these cute, adorable little dudes. What a way to relieve stress. Talking about relieving stress, though, this is super chill. Oh yeah, No More Rainbows. It's available right now on the Quest store. That's cool that we got games that are dropping like today. That looks like a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to check that one out. This game is so adorable. And it's published by Endreams. Like I said, I visited Endreams yesterday. I don't know how much I can talk about what I played though. Wow. No More Rainbows is like the Korok abuse from Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah. Little Cities Sandbox update coming June. Very cool. A sweary game was that? What the heck is this? The Death Game. Oh, so it's like social. What the heck? Space bug. This reminds me of adverts before watching a movie in the cinema. It's exactly that. Yeah. It's the pre-show. It's to get you all warmed up and hyped. Oh, the guy who made Deadly Premonition? Same team? Oh, nice. Some of you guys are familiar with this. I have no idea. I've never seen anything like this. Kinda looks like a social VR game though, right? Death Game Hotel. Yeah. Again, like, I'm not a massive anime dude, so like Attack on Titan, these kind of games lost on me a little bit. By the way, if you haven't checked out Ghost Signals Stellaris, this one, it kind of doesn't look great on video, I have to say, but like the game itself is just so good. Kind of, I got really sucked into it, kind of like FTL. If you ever played Faster Than Light, it's kind of a bit like that. But this is super cool. It looks lame, I know, but it's actually super cool. Trust me on this one. Ghost Signal is very good. So if you haven't seen this one already, this is available. It's been available for a while, but check this one out. Zim knows. So good. Yes, Zim. Totally. Another game that Zim loves. We've played many times together. Walkabout Mini Golf, a classic in VR. Love this game. Just come to PSVR 2. Evil Layers. Oh, mate, that's awesome. Laser Layer. A fox hunt featuring exploding kittens and Pocket Edition coming to iOS. Oh, crazy. So you can play with friends that on iPad. And if the rumors are going to be believed, if they've got an Apple headset, because it's going to be compatible with iPad apps, you can play with your friend with an Apple headset. Oh, this is not a sequel, it's just the main game being updated. TVR, the game fell off? Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to my arena of hell.
This Demio? Resolution games?
Here, no one plays nuns. Two sides enter, but only one side can survive. Let the battle commence!
Demio.
Let's begin.
Time for battle. Guardian ready.
Shall we do this?
Oh, this is the PvP. Yeah. I was listening to the F Reality podcast the other day, and they were talking about they're going to spin this off as a standalone title. But I think I don't know. But my gut reaction on that is that they're maybe going to release this battles for free, and then obviously the full game will be paid. But again, I don't know that for sure. Doesn't look like it's coming out now. You can wishlist it now. But yeah, PvP Demio that's not going to be in the main game.
Little Sproutling, you are a special one. Able to
we are one.
a bit more.
You know what? I really love this game, and I really hope people get to try it, because it really is freaking awesome. I think the art style is maybe what puts people off, but trust me, this game is sick. I played it like a year ago at Gamescom, and you basically play with clones of yourself by recording your actions and then moving on to another clone. It's just so good. I really hope people enjoy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Buy now. We are one. You can buy it right now. What the heck is this? Oh, I know what this is. Yes. Yes. I mean, we've been asking for this since day one. When this game first came out, everyone was playing it and everyone was like, this would be perfect in VR. Yes. Finally. Wishlist now. Power Wash Simulator. The most relaxing game you'll ever play in VR. 2 minutes to go for the main showcase. That was a nice little appetizer, though, I have to say. Some pretty sick games announced there. We Are One, out now. No More Rainbows, out now. I'm just going to check to see if We Are One is on the store. Demio Battles. Yeah, We Are One is out now as well. Nice. It's cool that we got some games today. That's cool. I like that. I'm going to play some of this stuff after the stream for sure. No More Rainbows. I just want to destroy those little cute dudes and be a terrible monster. That looks super fun. Do you think they're going to show us an Assassin's Creed VR game? They definitely announced one a while ago with Splinter Cell, but Splinter Cell was cancelled as a project. So yeah, it'll be interesting if we do. Can you give us San Andreas? Scythe. I feel your pain, bro. Let's keep our fingers and toes crossed. VMT! What up, dude? I got to hang out with VMT and J-Man Curly in Miami last year. Had, like, the best time with them dudes. So, welcome to the stream, VMT. Great to have you here. Hopefully we get to hang out again soon. So cool to meet you. Right, all of the games you're about to see today, even the ones you'll see for the first time, are slated to launch within the next year. There's always the risk of games slipping due to the very real challenges of development, but we want to show you games you'll be playing sooner rather than later. That said, there are so many amazing games in development that aren't in today's show. If you don't see a game you're looking forward to, sit tight. We can't wait to share more details on everything we have in store this year. Thanks for watching, thanks for building, and thanks for playing. Let the games begin. Cool. Here we go. The production of these shows always amazes me. PlayStation was the same, but this looks really good. I'm not going to be at VidCon or VidSummit, mate, no. I'm going to be at Gamescom, though. For sure.
Welcome, everyone, to our third annual MetaQuest Gaming Showcase. I'm thrilled to be back hosting, and it's a big day. This morning, Mark Zuckerberg shared that our MetaQuest 3, our next-gen VR headset, is launching later this year.
Still can't get over that.
MetaQuest 3 is our follow-up to MetaQuest 2 and will feature advanced tech that opens up new possibilities in both VR and MR. It will also be backwards compatible with Quest 2's entire library of over 500 games and apps. Later in the show, we'll explore Oculus Studio's biggest and most immersive game ever with a gameplay deep dive. A game that will take advantage of MetaQuest 3's cutting-edge hardware. We have way more to share when MetaQuest 3 releases, including specs, more apps and experiences, and a whole slate of groundbreaking MR content. These are all stepping stones toward our long-term vision for building the metaverse. But for today's showcase, it's all about VR games.
Yes.
Every title you see today will be playable on both MetaQuest 2 and 3.
Thank you, Ruth.
And is currently set to launch in the next 12 months. So let's get started.
Let's go. Let's not talk about the metaverse ever again throughout the stream.
Are you ready?
What the heck? Paradise Decay, Samba? Sega? Samba? Oh, you were right. Samba de Amigo. Sega, you were right. Well done, chat. I had no idea.
Samba de Amigo in VR.
I've never played it.
I cannot be more excited because music is such an important part of my life. I was a professional musician for years. And at Meta, I've gotten to work with the talented teams behind a bunch of other rhythm games. Playing Samba de Amigo in VR feels like it's always belonged here. And I can't wait to see everyone shaking their maracas when Sega brings the game to the MetaQuest store this fall.
I guess it could be super fun.
Back in February, Shell Games revealed I Expect You to Die 3, Cog in the Machine. Today, I can confirm that this third helping of Spy Hijinks, or Spyjinks, is coming to the MetaQuest store this year.
Yes.
Hopefully your skills haven't gotten too rusty.
I love I Expect You to Die
will send agents
so much.
on their most challenging mission yet. Confront more villainous villains, tackle more perilous perils, and expect to die a few more times.
Oh, you are either very strong or that steering wheel was not attached correctly.
These games are just so good.
Dr. Roxanne is a former inventor for the agency. She truly believes she can create a better agent.
Oh, hey, I'm Real Butler.
You'll either prove her wrong.
Enzo, I want to see Mike shaking his maracas.
You're dead in that second scenario.
Maybe one day, mate.
Once you're dead, everyone will see just how superior my robots are to human agents.
Hey, you found some nickel. Do it again and you'll have 10 cents.
Every time we encounter Agent Phoenix, we get stronger.
Check this out. We can fly now.
It's simply a matter of time and iteration.
Don't think that's the end.
Yeah, Reese, some of my favorite games. Yeah, like these games are wonderful in VR. I love them.
Dr. P's notes I
I'm a
left
big
in
puzzle
there.
game fan
Aren't
though,
they
so
great?
that's probably
Sometimes
why I
look
love
at
them so
because
much.
They make me happy.
Cool.
You don't have to play the series in order, but if you'd like to, you'll find the first 2 games bundled in the MetaQuest store for 40% off for a limited time.
Nice.
That's not all Shell Games is
Coming
working
this summer
on.
as well.
They made a promise at last year's showcase. 3 games over the next 2 years. Hot off the press, let me introduce you to Silent Slayer, Vault of the Vampire. Silent Slayer is a single-player horror game that'll bring you face-to-face with slumbering vampires. And as you might guess from the title, stealth is key to survival. As Shell Games puts it, silence is golden, sound is death. Spooky. Let's take a peek.
What is this?
Keep silent. Gently. At last. Aim for the center of the chest. And do not be gentle.
What? Silent Slayer? Vault of the Vampire? I mean, it's Shell Games though, so I do trust they're going to do an epic job. They, you know, I Expect You to Die and Among Us, fantastic games. So, yeah, I want to see more gameplay though.
At last year's showcase, we revealed Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord.
Here we go.
And then I got to drive off into the sunset in the iconic Ecto-1. For this year's show, Sony Pictures VR and nDreams put together a little dossier on the Ghost Lord himself. Who is he? And how did he get to be so mean? Along the way, we'll get a glimpse of the West Coast's first Ghostbusters HQ, some iconic San Francisco landmarks, and the spirits and specters that you'll be trapping there with your friends. Let's take a look.
Here comes the copyright strike on YouTube.
You think you know the whole story of the Ghostbusters. Well, you don't know my story. 1984. My research brought me to Columbia University, where I studied under the Ghostbusters. They dismissed my work, called it dangerous. But in San Francisco, I can show them. With its untapped cauldron of the undead. Where others saw fear, I saw subjects. How could I know my research would stir a dormant evil? The Ghost Lord. Alcatraz. Tortured souls, whose guilt I could drain and drain again. Their pain, the price of progress. My dear assistant Katie understands. Soon everyone will understand. Especially you, Ghostbusters, with your silly parlor tricks.
That
You will
noise
see
of
the
Ecto-1.
progress I have made.
So cool.
Know the power I have harnessed. You will realize that I, Gustav Hookfather, am the genius who gave the world endless clean energy. The Ghost Lord is coming.
What have I brought upon the world? The time of the Ghost Lord is here.
Yay. I'm really looking forward to Ghostbusters, but I'm just not sold on the art style. That's the only thing that is putting me off, but playing four-player co-op sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, the art style's a bit too cartoony.
Check this out. The team let me into the San Francisco Ghostbusters HQ a little early, and it's still under construction, but I've got my proton pack, my PKE meter, and I know exactly who I'm teaming up with to take out the Ghost Lord. Because if there's one thing you can say about me, is that I ain't afraid of no ghost. Whew. Anyway, when we asked One Hamsub, developers of Rocket NX, what's something players will love about your new game, they said, you can lose an arm, then pick it back up and bash your enemies with it.
Hell yeah.
There you go. Underdogs is a physics-based brawler where you wrap yourself in your 5-ton gorilla mech and rampage through New Bracca, the 22nd century mech fighting capital of the world. Take on whatever the pitmasters throw your way and upgrade your mech to be even more fearsome. But remember, The more you climb the ranks, the more every lowlife in the city will be gunning for you. So get ready to claw your way up the food chain.
Okay, this looks cool.
Yo, this city ain't never gonna let two base boys like us in. Nah, this the jungle out here, bro. If we wanna get into
London
New
boys
Braca,
in the house.
we're gonna have to fight like fucking animals.
Oh, this looks sick.
I want to some of them, they think of some joke thing. No, sir.
Nice. That looks like fun.
You're in the wreck! Get up, man! The bubble's critical! Your arm's broken clean off! Ricardo, they're coming in for the kill! Get up and fight!
Oh, I'm digging the art style. Music, vibes, on point for sure. I'm just a little bit concerned if it's like just arenas that you get to fight in, but that looks pretty sick. A little mech brawler game. Yeah, I'm digging that one.
At last year's show, we revealed NFL Pro Era, the first NFL and NFLPA licensed VR football sim. Since the games launched last October, you've completed over 3 million NFL seasons and unlocked over 9 million trophies.
Escape from
But what's
Croydon
next?
VR edition.
Here to tell you is Status Pro president and co-founder and former NFL wide receiver, Andrew Hawkins.
Thanks, Ruth. Our goal last year at Status Pro was to give people the experience of being NFL QB1.
The sports
Feeling
fans in the
rush of
house.
Stepping onto the field and leading your favorite NFL team to victory. And the positive response we got from our community was overwhelming. But that was just the beginning.
Killer
Later
meme. I
this
can't believe
year,
they made
we're
an
upping
entire
the
game
to
based
the
on a
next
day in London.
evolution of NFL Pro Era. This year is all about
Yeah.
showing the world what you've got. With the new version of NFL Pro Era, we're expanding multiplayer so you and your best friend can pit your favorite teams against each other and see who comes out on top. There's a world of competition out there, and we want to see how our community's QB skills stack up. We've got a lot more to share, though, between now and launch. New features, new modes. This is more than a roster update. The next version of NFL Pro Era will build on last year's game in so many cool ways, and we cannot wait to get it in your hands. Check us out on social. We're posting a lot of community and game updates there before we launch this fall. This is really cool, by the way.
Thanks, Hawk. All right, moving on from the field to the court. Back in December, Resolution Games, creators of Blastin' and Demio, revealed their latest project, Racket Club, an all-new sport designed exclusively for VR. Practice your swing solo, play pickup matches with people all around the world, or just hang out and socialize courtside with your friends in this one-of-a-kind sports complex. Here's a new look at Racket Club.
Racket Club. Yeah, I'm not a massive sports fan, so it's not really my jam. Same with Pro Era. It's like, meh.
At our debut gaming showcase, I premiered the launch trailer for Wraith: The Oblivion Afterlife from Fast Travel Games. It was the first VR game set in the world of darkness. And today, we're diving back into the world of supernatural horror with an all-new adventure RPG, Vampire: The Masquerade Justice, which will send you to Venice, but not the Venice you see on postcards. You are a vampire, comfortable in the city's darkest shadows. Hide in plain sight, drink the blood of mortals, and use your vampiric abilities to become the ultimate judge of the guilty. So, without further ado, let's sink our teeth into the debut trailer for Vampire: The Masquerade Justice.
Okay, this looks interesting.
Venice. Italy. Felt like I was back on square one. Hiding in the night.
I like the art style.
I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished. You do well to remember that. Because if you don't, I'll make things very uncomfortable for you.
I like the idea of being able to suck people's blood. That sounds freaking cool. I like the art style as well. Definitely curious about this one.
Next, an adventure that never needs to end. This one is special to me. It's developed by Othergate, a studio co-founded by 4 VR veterans who I used to work with for years on the Oculus Studios team on our very first and super popular
Dishonored
franchise,
VR. That's exactly what it looks like, for sure.
I know firsthand that these guys are masters at making fun multiplayer games, and I am honored to announce their next project, Dungeons of Eternity. This 1 to 3 player dungeon crawler generates levels from hundreds of unique chambers, so no 2 trips are the same. You'll explore dark crypts, ruined castles, and deep caverns. Battle monstrous enemies with melee and magic, solve puzzles, avoid traps, gather loot, escape back to safety, level up, and then do it all over again in a brand new dungeon. Take a look.
Alphic. I hope we see Behemoth. Yeah, from Skydance. Hell yeah. Fingers crossed, dude. Yeah, not that hot on that one, but I suppose I have to play it. Co-op is kind of fun, but yeah, not keen on that one, really.
Okay, we brought back Samba de Amigo, but we must have other beloved classics waiting in the wings, right?
Sure.
How about one of the best-selling games of the 90s?
Yes.
An iconic mystery, maybe? Something a little spooky? Yeah, I think we have one like that.
Vertigo Games. Good. Good start. What the heck is this? Huh? What is it?
It's you. Don't be afraid. I'm here to help.
Scooby-Doo?
There are many like me here.
I don't think it's
trapped
Scooby-Doo.
in this house. Each night, the guests arrive.
Stout, what do you want? Show yourself!
The seventh guest. I think this is like a real classic, like real old school classic, seventh guest.
The seventh guest is mostly known for ushering in the CD-ROM era, once upon a time. But it's a great puzzle adventure game. And it's cool to see Vertigo Games and Vertigo Studios Rotterdam staying true to the original, but reimagining it for a new era.
I mean, I love
the team
puzzle
is
games.
using
I love
volumetric
horror
video
games.
to capture the live-action
Looks cool.
performances of actors to help tell the game's story. They're also fully recreating the iconic mansion in 3D for the first time. Just don't be surprised if it starts changing shape around you. It is haunted after all. In addition to the seventh guest, Vertigo is working on Arizona Sunshine 2, a sequel to one of the most popular games from VR's early days. This one people have been waiting to see for a long time.
Hopefully they show some
including
gameplay.
me.
Please, please, please.
You might have seen the CG reveal recently.
Yes.
But today, we have another short teaser for you.
Oh, yes.
Time to say hello to your old pal, Freddy. And hello to a new friend as well.
Buddy the dog. Come on. There he is. Good old doggo.
Oh, what's going on, Fred? Hold up. Allow me to show you how it's done. Nice, but... Oh, yeah, that's gonna do. Watch and learn. What the... Get a room. You know that only counts as one.
It's a shame it's another CG trailer because I was hoping to see some gameplay.
In Arizona Sunshine 2,
they showed a CG trailer in the
desolate waste
PlayStation
of
showcase
Arizona
last week.
with your new best friend, Buddy,
But
who you can trust to have
having
your
a
back,
dog in VR does sound
even
pretty
when Freddy's are trying to
freaking
take a
cool.
bite out of it. Arizona Sunshine 2 launches later this year, so be sure to check out the game's extended CG reveal trailer if you haven't already. Okay. Last November, Netflix and Tenderclaws revealed that the hit series Stranger Things is coming to VR. I hope you're comfortable in the Upside Down, because you're going to be spending a lot of time there. In this chilling psychological horror experience, you are Vecna.
I love
invading
Stranger
people's
Things.
minds and conjuring
I love
up their
Stranger Things.
worst nightmares.
Hellfire Club.
As you
Hell
look
yeah.
to take revenge on Eleven.
I want to
and her
play the
friends.
guitar on the RV
Stranger
roof.
Things VR comes to MetaQuest store later this year. And here is a brand new trailer.
Okay.
I saw a means to realize my potential, to transcend my human form, to become the predator I was always born to be. It's time.
So it looks like you play as Vecna. I want to play as Eddie. I want to be jamming on the roof of the RV, slaying those
Next,
demons.
it's time to strap into your omnidirectional mobility
Oh wait,
gear
this is Attack on Titan.
and prepare to fight the unthinkable. Attack on Titan is a best-selling manga series, acclaimed anime adaptation, and now, thanks to the team at Universe, an exhilarating VR game. Attack on Titan VR Unbreakable lets you join the Scout Regiment and go head-to-head with the Titans themselves. Swing through the air using your ODM gear and take down enemies many times your size as you try to protect the last vestiges of humankind. Some
Any
of you
anime
may already
fans
be
in the
familiar
house?
with this game because we teased it late last year.
I have no idea what this
but
is
you
about.
didn't get to see the game's dynamic, high-flying battles. Today you will.
Like, is it good? Do I need to check this out? I have no idea. Pre-rendered animations only, no actual gameplay. Oh god. PD, I need to watch the anime. Is it that good? Tav? Attack on Titan is peak? Poggers? People seem pretty happy about it. I have no idea what I'm missing out on. Giants and grappling hooks. Yes, I need to check it out. Okay, looks like I've got some homework to do. I'll check it out. Thanks for the suggestion. Okay, I'll check it out for sure. But yeah, not having gameplay sucks. I do agree.
Back in 2011, Polish developer People Can Fly, the creators behind Outriders and Painkiller, introduced the world to skill shots. Blast an enemy out of the air, skill shot. Kick him into a cactus, skill shot. Crush somebody under a hot dog cart. You get the idea. Now imagine how creative you could get with that system in VR. Forget imagining it. We've got it. Here's your first look at Bulletstorm in VR.
What? What? Yes. Yes. I love the original game. Heck yeah. This is old school though. This is like Xbox era, 360 era, like Gears of War times. Kind of like similar studios, Epic Games. The leash, that's right, they have this like electric leash. You can like pull people around, kick them. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's freaking cool. It's kind of annoying they didn't show any kills in this trailer whatsoever. I guess they kind of wanted to keep it
This
like
is the
PG-13.
Bulletstorm we all know and love. Every skill shot, every story beat,
this is gonna be
fully
sick.
recreated from the ground up for VR. And for the first time, you'll actually be able to handle an energy leash, deliver devastating blows, and mow down hordes of mutated enemies.
Yes.
So book your ticket to the planet Stygia for later this year.
Nice.
And thanks to People Can Fly and Incuvo for bringing such a fun project to life.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should do more
Before
of
we
that, like
start
these
talking about
classic
our
games that we
final
all
game,
know and love. They should just bring them into
I know you've been waiting
VR.
for an update on Assassin's Creed in
Oh.
VR. And
Here
I
we
have
go.
good news. Assassin's Creed Nexus is coming to the MetaQuest store by the end of the year. Tune in to Ubisoft Forward on June 12th for the full reveal of Assassin's Creed Nexus.
Show us now.
All right. I
Let
promised
me
you a
in.
deep dive. Let's get into it. In 2019, Asgard's Wrath
Oh, here
took
we
us
go.
on an epic journey across the fabled 9 realms of Norse mythology.
Yep.
That journey ended here, imprisoned in this very tavern by the trickster god Loki.
Yes.
But Destiny has more in store for you. From Sanzaru Games and Oculus Studios, this is the world premiere of Asgard's Wrath 2.
2.
Chaos is spreading.
Asgard's Wrath 2.
Loki's evil
So it's not a
invades our
port
realms.
of the original.
He must not be stopped.
I wonder if this is coming to PC as well then.
Betrayal has made you stronger, Guardian.
Oh, nice. Can ride a little creature. Combat was pretty hard actually, I remember in the original.
Your reality is my guardian.
Exact your vengeance.
And unleash your wrath.
Oh, it does look like they still, you can still like rip them apart, which is pretty cool. Oh, nice. You can have the animal companions like the first one. That was probably my favorite thing of the first one. You could like fist bump these animals and make them your little fighting buddies. That was always super sick. But yeah, kind of crazy
Asgard's
that we're getting a full-on
Wrath 2
sequel.
is an all-new standalone adventure in this epic series. Freed from prison by the Weavers of Fate, you'll set out on a new quest across time and space. From the Norse realms to the deserts of ancient Egypt. Here on the Great Sand Sea, you'll once again battle gods and creatures of myth to stop Loki from upending all of creation. When the original
Speed.
Asgard's Wrath
The graphics
released
suck on
PC
Quest.
VR, it wowed
I get what you're
players
saying.
with its
These
jaw-dropping
games
scale,
do normally look better in the
brutal
headset than they do on
physics-based
trailers, though,
combat,
I have to
and
say.
stunning graphics.
Just want to throw that caveat out there,
Asgard's
but
Wrath 2 will set a whole new standard for wireless VR. This is the deep and immersive action RPG that you've been waiting for. Packing enormous, free-roaming environments, gorgeous visuals, and well over 60 hours of exploration and tense combat into MetaQuest 2 and MetaQuest 3. Today,
60
my friend
hours.
Matt Kramer, head of design at Sanzaro Games, will take us on a tour of the team's groundbreaking title. Everything you're about to see was captured in-game. Matt, the mic's yours.
Thanks, Ruth. I'm so excited to show everyone what we've been working on at Sanzaro these last few years. Asgard's Wrath 2 picks up where the first game left off, in a
they
mysterious
must have been making
tavern
this for
you
like
can't
3
escape
years,
from.
because, yeah, it's been
You're
ages.
suddenly thrust into
Since
battle
the last
with a
one.
giant creature, clearly from another realm. Just when you think all is lost, you encounter the Weavers of Fate, a trio of beings that set you off upon your adventure to find and stop Loki. So just how much bigger is this game? Not only will you travel through new Asgardian locations, like Muspelheim, the Land of Fire, the Weavers of Fate will also bring you to new realms, like the vast desert expanse of ancient Egypt.
There's like 2
These
enemies.
massive worlds,
What the heck?
beyond the scope of any other game on the MetaQuest platform, come alive in Asgard's Wrath 2. Dotted with temples, caves and dungeons, characters to meet,
Travel well.
monsters to battle, quests and side quests, wildlife.
I mean, it's really cool that it's running on Quest, but
mini games and more. This
like
is
the
a
first was
living
such a
world
visual showcase.
You can roam and explore freely.
Some of
The
these
most
environments look a bit
expansive of these
empty in
worlds
comparison.
Is the Great Sand Sea, full of hidden treasures and
Like, there's
unique
2 enemies
events.
in this whole
you
area.
Could spend hours upon hours
The heck?
exploring this map and still not discover all its secrets. You might decide to prove your combat prowess by hunting rare, high-level monsters that roam the sands, or gather plants or and animal parts to craft useful consumable goods, such as
That's
bait
the thing.
to
They
attract
say that this is
wildlife,
a 60-hour game, but
reward
is
that
it
provides
a
a
game that you
temporary
actually want to spend
AoE
60
benefit
hours playing? Is
wherever
the
you
big
throw it.
question. Like,
But
you know,
it's
I
not
really
all
appreciate
about
they
survival.
brought it to Quest, but
Kick back and fish, or beat your high score at the slingshot shooting gallery. There's no
also it's
shortage
kind
of
of
stuff
weird
to do and see
to
outside
bring
the
this game to
primary
Quest,
quest line.
especially because a lot of Quest players didn't play
These
the
worlds
original
are
on
so
Rift.
big, you're going to want some more speed as you move through them. Luckily,
It would be good if they
you'll
also
have
brought
the
this out
power
on
of a god
PC.
at your fingertips.
But for some reason,
As
I think
with
that's
Asgard's
unlikely.
Wrath, you'll be able to transform a few brave animals into unique warrior
Yeah, see, that was so
to
cool
help
in the
you
first
solve
game.
puzzles
I loved
and
that.
eviscerate enemies.
I had a little shark buddy.
New in
He
this
was my
game,
friend.
they'll serve as powerful mounts that can carry you swiftly across the massive realms of Asgard's Wrath 2.
Bayside, I want to see the AR games. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
What's
Like, I
fast
hope
on
that's what
foot
they're saving
or
for
mount
the end.
can look very different to a god. Like Asgard's Wrath, you'll also see the world from the god scale perspective.
I think
and
as
use your
well, like,
cosmic powers to manipulate
a lot of
the
these
mortal world around you.
gameplay clips kind of avoid like
Reach inaccessible
violence
areas,
to
solve
keep it kind
puzzles,
of like a
and
very
more.
PG-13 showcase, which in a lot of ways makes a lot of these
You
games
can't
look a
save
bit lame.
the world alone, though.
But I don't know, I'm
Egypt is
keeping an open
full of
mind,
would-be
but-
heroes who need your godly assistance to enter the realm of legend. Each hero in Asgard's
It
Wrath
just
2
looks
is
a bit
completely
empty.
unique. Different weapons, different skills and abilities, and different strengths. By possessing these mortals, you can help them fulfill their destinies and get closer to yours as well. The first of these heroes is Abraxas, a cynical tomb robber with a grudge against the gods. You and Abraxas make an unlikely pair, but you'll have to work together to take
Mr.
down
Claw, they
fearsome
open too
enemies
strong with
like
power
the
wash and
bloodthirsty
Samba.
goddess Sekhmet. Abraxas seeks vengeance against Sekhmet for the
Power wash is
murder
going
of
to
his
be addictive
father.
for sure.
With his boomerang axe, whip sword, and bladed shield at your command, he'll stop at nothing to defeat her. Combat was one of the aspects players loved most about Asgard's Wrath, us included. It was vicious and brutal. Whether swinging a sword, throwing an axe, or even using your fists, the combat made you feel powerful and skilled.
Creek, this is a huge downgrade compared to Asgard's Wrath on
In
the
the
Rift.
first game, the combat favored a
definitely. When you see this
defense-first
trailer,
approach,
you're like,
meaning you had to
if you go back and watch the
block and
original
parry a series
Asgard's
of
Wrath
enemy
trailer, it
attacks
was like
before you had a
so
chance
impressive.
to remove their runic shields.
I mean, it's great that this is running on Quest,
This
but
loop
like,
had to be
at what
completed
cost?
3 or 4 times before you could start damaging an enemy. In Asgard's Wrath 2, our updated combat
TVR
system
developing
is
for
centered
PC
around
is
player
guaranteeing
choice.
a loss at this point. Look
Nothing
at
is
Veil,
holding you
they've got to
back.
drop on
You
Quest.
can chip away
Yeah, I know,
enemy
dude.
shields
I know.
through
Like
a flurry
PCVR,
of
like
attacks,
Steam is
or
rough
laying
right now for
skilled
sure.
parries to trigger opportunity
PSVR
windows
2 is kind of
that
like
let you cut through your enemy's defenses.
it's kind of where it's at if you want
with
kind of high-end
We've also
visuals,
expanded the
you know, like
systems
GT7
to include
and like
elemental types
Horizon
for
and
a
Resident Evil
greater
8
degree
and
of
Resident
player
Evil 4 Remake.
customization and
But obviously
wider
Quest, you know, is like
variety
super
amongst enemy
accessible.
archetypes.
But yeah, I do agree. It kind of sucks that PCVR
This
is
time, we have a
is having a
full
hard
physics
time.
system implemented for weapons. With swords, axes, bows, staffs, and more at your disposal, you can find a combat style that's right for you. But you'll need to change up your approach, as
I mean,
enemies
like
will now
this
react
just
to your
looks
every
with
movement
3 enemies on
and switch
screen.
up
It
their
just
own
doesn't look
attacks.
that impressive.
You'll also unlock new
don't know if it's a
skills
great
and
idea to
abilities
show
as you
that or
level
not.
up, letting you invest further in the weapons you use most. Unlock powerful abilities and super attacks to truly change the game. Nothing feels better than seeing your weapons soar into the air and rain down on a horde of enemies. You'll also discover relics
Friendly fella,
you can slide
gameplay looks
into your
more
weapons
interesting than
and
the first
armor
ones.
that will
The first
provide
one.
you with powerful buffs, like adding fire damage to your weapon or heal over time.
Cash Castro, hope
allowing
Valve
you
is
to
cooking
customize
something
your
with
weapon
Deckard.
set against
Yeah, that's
each
been rumored
enemy
for a
you
while.
face. But you won't be the only one leveling up. Your
But
animal followers
even
have
bringing
their
something out
own
on Deckard
skill
isn't going to
trees
solve the
that
content
will
problem
grow
on
in power
PC.
the more you spend
At least
time
straight
with
away,
them.
anyway.
Even with an upgraded companion and all these powers at your disposal, don't think the enemy AI will go easy on you. As you level up,
Whamho.
so
Can we
will
move
they,
on from this game and end
gaining
it?
new abilities, smarter
Yeah,
tactics,
I kind of feel you on that one.
sneaky counters, stronger armor, powerful super
See if we get any
attacks,
MR
and relics
games
to use
announced.
against
That'll be
you.
kind of interesting, especially because Quest
Some
3
will
is like
even
a mixed
heal
reality
each other,
headset after all, a bit like Quest Pro.
boost each other's damage, or call for reinforcements. You'll have to use all the strength, endurance, speed, and quick thinking you can muster.
I think this is the problem
to
as well, and I've
forge
said
a
it so many
path through
times,
the
is that
ravenous enemies
capturing
that lay
gameplay in
between
VR is just
you
so difficult to
and
make
your
it look
destiny.
good. And this might be actually better in the headset, but the trailer, it just,
For a
this
true
gameplay
challenge,
just makes it
and
look
the opportunity to earn bragging rights amongst your friends,
not great.
you can step into the Uncharted Rifts, an infinitely replayable dungeon crawling mode with exclusive loot that you can take back with you into the main campaign. The Rifts are always open, so you can visit at any point during or even after the campaign and put your skills against some of the toughest time-limited challenges the Rifts have to offer. Face increasingly ferocious enemies as you delve deeper into these endless labyrinths, encountering the ghosts of players who fell victim to the rifts before you. Whether friend or foe, these specters will be part of your dungeon, helping or hindering your progress. Survive long enough, and you'll earn a spot on the leaderboards and those precious bragging rights. The Uncharted Rifts are deep and full of mystery, They're almost like a whole game on their own, and we've barely scratched the surface of...
Oh, what's happening? What's going on?
all the unique dangers you'll encounter.
We're good. I was worried for a second, then I thought
hope
the
that
stream
this
was dead.
first look at Asgard's Wrath 2 has you excited. We've got so much more to show you. More heroes, more companions, more gods, Loki anomalies. I can't wait to show you more. Back to you, Ruth.
Okay, now head over to the MetaQuest store because pre-orders of Asgard's Wrath 2 are open. Pre-order and you'll get a copy of the original Asgard's Wrath on PC. You don't have to play it before, but it'll add some fun context. You'll also get immediate access to the Great Sand Sea home environment.
That's kind of weird, right?
And
if you pre-order the sequel, you get the original for free. I think that's good, but you need a badass PC to play it, and the sequel is only on Quest.
And once Asgard's Wrath 2 launches later this year, those who pre-ordered will get access to the Sword of Ra and the Sun God's battle armor.
Oh no.
That's the end of our main showcase, but stick around for more because up next, we have some of the most passionate VR creators sitting down to discuss the games from the show. And while you're there, we're running a sale on favorites like NFL Pro Era,
We're gonna see my
Resident
buddy
Evil
GT
4,
in this little
Bone
creator
Lab,
lineup
Among
thing.
Us, and many more. And like last year, we're also giving away this awesome room I'm standing in. It's available now in settings under home environments.
Okay, that's cool.
Of course, there's so much more we want to share with you. We plan to announce more games, major updates to existing titles, and we've got a whole new headset to launch. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and thanks to the developers who helped put this show together.
No GTA.
Keep playing, and we'll see you next year.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. Right, I'll keep an eye on that for a sec. For the creators to turn up, but yeah, there were some interesting games for sure, like Bulletstorm. Yes. Oh.
Six. The Ecto 1? Oh yeah, that's still parked at my place.
Oh, these are outtakes?
They're not getting it back.
Long have
Okay.
I guarded this.
So yeah, I'll keep an eye on the stream, and I'll head it over when something happens. But yeah, Bulletstorm looks freaking cool. Samba de Amigo, I never played it, but like Shaking Your Maracas, yeah. But yeah, like Ghostbusters looks pretty cool. But Asgard's Wrath 2, I'm just not sure on it. Okay, so there's an interview with Matt Kramer here, the guy who made Asgard's Wrath 2.
And here to grill him with questions
So
are
content
VR
creators
creators
here.
from the community. We are
Jasmine,
pleased to welcome
Wolf in VR,
Jasmine
Voodoo
of
DE.
VR with Jasmine.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on, Jasmine? Jeff, aka a Wolf in VR.
My name is Jeff.
What's going on?
Thomas.
And Thomas, aka Voodoo DE. Hi
guys.
Voodoo
Thank
DE.
you all so much for being here. You guys have just seen our reveal trailer and gameplay walkthrough. I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but first, I'm going to kick things off with a question to Matt. What led your studio from the first game to Asgard's Wrath 2?
Well, you know, the first game,
Ugh.
we just knocked it out of the park. I mean, it's the largest, biggest action RPG.
So yeah,
ever
let me know
made
what
in
you all
VR.
think about
Yeah,
this.
so what are we gonna do?
Some people are saying turn them off.
Make it bigger.
I just want to see my mate GT.
That is
I want
what
to see
we're doing with Asgard's
GT. He
Wrath
flew all the
2,
way to
so I
America. Yeah,
cannot
I've
wait
got to
for
see
you
what he's
guys
up
to
to.
dig into this game.
But yeah, which of
Like,
the games
Wrath
announced
2
were you
has
most
so
excited
many
for?
different
I'm
layers of
curious to
gameplay.
know.
We've
I
got
think
the Uncharted
Bulletstorm was
Rifts.
definitely one of my
We've got over
favorites
60
because
plus
I
hours
I
of
really loved the game
gameplay
back in the day.
in a large, huge, expansive world.
60.
So you guys saw the mounts, which we'll talk about further.
Yes.
So you can look at that.
Okay. Some people are saying let's just talk to me. Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. When GT turns up or something interesting happens, then I'll switch it back. But yeah, I kind of get it. Like I've heard enough about Asgard's Wrath to be honest. But yeah, curious to know what you all think. I thought the showcase was actually pretty good. Like Bulletstorm looks good. Vampire Masquerade looks good. I Expect You to Die 3 looks good. What was the other one? 7th guest from Vertigo Games. We've got Arizona Sunshine 2. Have you ever think maybe Skyrim didn't need a remake? Zim. You're such a troll, dude. Virtual Insider. Asgard's Wrath was 10 hours too long for me, and that was 25 hours. Yeah, this is going to be 60 hours according to Ruth. Freaking crazy. Ghostbusters look pretty cool. Power Wash looks pretty cool. I'm actually looking forward to playing No More Rainbows, which is out now, which is the one where you play the monster and you rip all these little creatures apart that look super adorable and cute. But yeah, we did not get GTA. We did not get GTA. That game is just gone, and we're never going to hear about that ever again. And the funny thing is, like, during this clip, when he announced GTA, they also said that there was a game from Deep Silver coming, which could have been like Dead Island, it could have been like, what, Metro, or... But we haven't heard anything of that either, so I'm kind of curious to see what happened to that Deep Silver project. But yeah, GTA San Andreas, like, at this point, I mean, this is your biggest showcase. This is the showcase of the year for you to show off all your games. And if they were going to say something about it, it would have been right now. So, it's just not happening. Look at the price of Asgard's Wrath 2. Oh, okay. Okay, you can pre-order it on the store. Let me have a little look. Let me have a little look. They're still talking about Asgard's, by the way, on the stream. 45 quid. So that's going to be, what, $60? So if you pre-order now, you get an exclusive in-game weapon and armor set. Yeah, I don't care. And you can unlock Asgard's Wrath 1. But I feel like if this is on Quest 2 and Quest 3, like, if you're playing on Quest, then you don't have a PC. So the fact that you get Asgard's 1 for free probably doesn't really mean much to many people, I don't think. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, don't ever pre-order games, whether they be VR or flat games. Never pre-order. Wait for reviews for sure. But yeah, let's see. They're still talking about Asgard's right now. Let me know what you all think. Some people are unhappy. Some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. The fact that we didn't get Assassin's Creed, yeah, like I'm surprised. They didn't show any gameplay, like, they just show us a tease and then we have to watch another showcase from Ubisoft. Doesn't really make much sense. In my opinion, I think we need challenging single-player games, like mechanically punishing, like Sekiro VR or Dark Souls type style. Yeah, Until You Fall was a really good one. I think that was from Shell Games, actually. That was kind of like a Souls-like, kind of punishing. Huh. It looked boring from Sky. Good lord, what happened to this channel? This was a solid showcase. Yeah, I think it was pretty good, but like it's missing some real bangers, I feel like, still. Like Bulletstorm is cool. For sure. Forward Sun. I was looking forward to Behemoth. Yeah, Behemoth for sure. CGI trailers need to stop. I totally agree. Yeah. Reese the King. I'm looking forward to Asgard's Wrath 2, but really want it to come to PC VR as well. Yeah, I totally agree. It's one of those games that you really want to appreciate, like the detail in the environments, and when you become a god, you really want to look over those vast environments. And when we saw those kind of big open areas, it just kind of looked bad that it only had like 2 enemies in it. But I think Myst Exile would be a beautiful VR game. Graphically, everything still looks like the same as Quest 1 quality. Like, the problem is, and it's been a problem since day one, is just capturing VR gameplay is really difficult, especially on standalone. So these games generally do look better in the headset, but the capture tools that they've got out there just suck. And it's the same for us content creators, like when we want to make videos on YouTube. Like, the gameplay, unless you're really capturing on PC or PSVR 2, yeah, it's so difficult. Paradise Decay. Bulletstorm. Yeah, that looks good. Mike, do you think we need more survival games in VR? I mean, we've got quite a few. We've got, like, what is it? Green Hell that you can play in VR. We've got, like, games like Saints and Sinners, which are kind of survival games. Survival horror, at least. Sony had a better showcase, you think? I don't know. Like, Sony's VR showcase was pretty lacking. Only a couple of games really announced, like Synapse and Beat Saber coming to PSVR 2. Zim, Meta still miss a trick in not spotlighting up-and-coming indies in the sizzle reel. App Lab is a great nesting ground, inspire new developers. Yeah, I don't know if you saw like the pre-show, Zim, but there were some pretty decent indie titles there. Like No More Rainbows looks really good, and Power Wash Simulator looks really good. But yeah, I think just some of these bigger titles are kind of not maybe landing as well as maybe I'd have liked. They're still talking about this. If I switch over now, I can show you, but they're still talking about Asgard's Wrath over here. And to be honest, it's kind of boring. So if you want me to switch over, I can, but for now, I'll just keep going. Nathy, this might sound out of place, but my highlight was the Seventh Guest. It reminds me of the Haunted Mansion ride from Disneyland. Yeah, totally. It's kind of like one of those games that I think is like super old school. Obviously, Ruth was saying that it was kind of like part of the CD-ROM era on PC. I never played it, but, you know, from Vertigo games, I like puzzles, I like horror, so definitely digging that one. Tav, how are they still discussing Asgard's Wrath? I know, right? I don't know. I love these guys. I've met all these people. Jasmine. Actually, no, I haven't met Jeff. I haven't met Wolf in VR, but I've met Thomas multiple times. They're lovely, lovely people. But yeah, I'm not really interested in hearing more about Asgard, to be honest. Are they going to switch over now? Oh, no, they're not. They're still going. Toodles. Seventh Guest was a flat game from the 80s. I thought it was 90s. Put the Power Wash trailer on. I can't put it on because I've still got the stream in the background just in case something cool happens. Because I know that GT was involved with this and I kind of want to see what he was up to. Sylvan Satire. I played Seventh Guest at launch back in the early 90s. Okay, cool. Minecraft VR would be sick. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What did I think of Veil? Yeah, like, so Veil was like a shooter from the guys over at X-Lab. We went over to Miami. We got to hang out with them. They did this like super big Veil tournament, which was really cool, actually. They had a big cash prize, loads of people competing. But yeah, like it just launched really badly on Steam. Like the players just aren't there on Steam to make it viable. So I think they're bringing it to Quest now. But I haven't spoke to the Veil team for many, many months. So not really sure how that's going. I kind of like invested a small amount of money into that game, but like it was, you know, not a massive amount. So if it never recoups that money again, then so be it. But yeah, I think they're trying to bring it to Quest now. Nathy, I feel like the entire budget went on Asgard's Wrath. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I kind of thought they might do a port of the original game, but the sequel that's just Quest 2 only, it seems, or Quest 2 and Quest 3 only, seems like a weird choice. Isa Rap, PC VR is dead at ASF. Yeah. It's having a rough time at the moment, PC VR for sure. But that's a shame because like headsets like Big Screen Beyond are like amazing. And when I've played games like, you know, Propagation Paradise Hotel in that headset and like games like Half-Life Alyx, they're like phenomenal, but we just want like 5 more games that are like Half-Life Alyx. They're still talking about Asgard's, by the way. Asgard's Wrath is just one of those games that will drag on. Yeah, potentially. 60 hours. That's the thing. Like, it's great having 60 hours worth of content, but it's got to be like, it's got to be good content, right, to keep you playing. So that'll be the proof in the pudding, as they say. I'm disappointed that there was no Stress Level 0 announcements. Yeah, I think people are still enjoying Bone Labs or Bone Lab. No Minecraft. Yeah. PC VR is history. The money is in standalone. I think console has a good chance as well with PSVR 2, but we'll see. Okay, they're going to switch over to something else, so let's see what they're doing next.
Especially, Matt, you know, Asgard's Wrath 2 is available for pre-order now with some awesome in-game items coming exclusively to MetaQuest headsets later this year.
Am I going to play Asgard's Wrath? Yeah, for sure. Like I said, some of these games, they look better in the headset than they do in these trailers.
Hey, we're back.
Okay, here we go. Ghostbusters. I think this is the one that GT is in, so I want to watch this.
I got a whole squad.
Hey, there he is.
Let's move to the ghost-infested streets of San Francisco to talk more about Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord.
Yeah, okay, I'm interested to hear this, so let's have a listen into this.
Let's meet our panel. Jack Bromhead is the
got
art director
Techman Jew, we've got Otterworldly,
Ghostbusters
and GT on the panel. This is going to be the good one. This is going to be worth tuning into, I'm sure.
And again, we're joined by a group of VR content creators to throw questions at him. First up is Techman from the TikTok channel, Techman Jew. What up, Techman?
What's good with you?
You know. You know her as Otterworldly on YouTube. What's up, Otter?
How's it going?
What's going on? And then finally, Gamertag VR is here.
Hey.
What's going on? All right. Thank you guys for stopping by. We just shared more about Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord story, villain, and announced that the game is coming fall 2023. But before we get to your questions, I'd like
to
ask
GT.
Each of you,
Represent the UK here. No pressure, dude.
Otter, what'd you think?
It was cool to see the design of all the different monsters as well as like the environments. What made you decide to go with that style for Ghostbusters?
Yeah, well, there's
Good
so many
question.
themes to Ghostbusters, and we wanted to stay super authentic to the IP. We wanted that horror element, so you know, there's some really moody environments in there. The ghosts are scary, and we've got, you know, you saw the crocodile hand.
I have to disagree with you there for a second there, dude, because the ghosts do look kind of childish, to be honest. But
the googly, which is holding its own eyes, which is pretty good. So, yeah, we wanted to hit that horror theme, but we also wanted it to be accessible to everybody. Ghostbusters is accessible.
GT got the drip.
It's iconic.
Yeah, check out his trainers for
There's
sure.
multi-generations of fans.
He loves his
and so we
trainers,
wanted
bless him.
every one of those generations to
It's funny,
see
we were
the
hanging
game
out yesterday
and
at End
just
Dreams,
buy into it straight
and
away.
it's always
It looked
good
amazing to me, to be honest. Like I love
to
the
chill with him.
graphics. I love
We're
everything.
actually
What
starting a
stuck
little
out to me
business
was the
together, which is pretty
multiplayer
sick as
aspect
well.
of the
So
game, right? 'Cause
yeah,
the games I find most enjoyable
GT's my
are games
dude.
I can play with my friends. So I just want to see how we're going to incorporate the traps, the proton pack, the scanner.
The fact that they're all dressed up is sick. I want a Ghostbusters outfit.
I don't want to know if there are ghosts in this area, you know, for real, because I'm not equipped for that.
I just want to know, like, my main thing about it is, like, how is the gameplay, like, when it comes to multiplayer? Like, I want to know, is there, like, when we go in the dungeon, it's going to be, like, a tank, a DPS, like, how are we going to use our technology to benefit everyone?
Good question,
Absolutely.
Techman.
So yeah, it's all about teamwork. So it's about going into these places and busting ghosts together. And you've got an array of equipment to use. So you've got the proton pack, the iconic proton pack. You've got the ghost trap and the PKE, as you said. So the PKE, that's your radar, right? That's how you navigate around the world. You find your items, or you find the ghost.
GT caught a ghost.
Or the ghost that's
It looks like
infected
he's
that
seen a
area.
ghost, bless him.
And then as a team, you coordinate, right? Who's zapping the ghosts? Who's tethering them? Who's going to trap them? And there's that, you know, that really fun co-op thing of just working
DXR
together.
onwards or
All of
breaches?
your equipment is upgradable.
Breaches every day of the
You've seen
week for me.
trailer, there
I love
was,
breaches.
the upgrade
The team at
station.
Triangle Factory
So that's
are
where you really
epic.
mod out your kit.
Okay.
So one of your team might decide to have the shield, the deployable shield, or the decoy, and the others might be just doing the heavy lifting with the proton pack.
So basically, it's like once we determine our loadouts, it'll be easier, or like we'll be able to have a better strategy for facing each ghost.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about strategy.
Okay, that's
And,
interesting
the
to
most
hear.
fun thing, to be honest, is when everyone's been working hard tethering these ghosts, and you go in and you trap the ghost.
So you get your mission at the main HQ, which I'm assuming we can see behind us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you determine what you're going to do from there.
Yeah. You get to select an array of missions, and you load out how you want to
GT
play,
going in with the hard
and
questions.
how the team's loaded out. Get to the Ecto 1 and start both.
I love that Frazzle. GT went child safe mode.
Is the fact that Ghostbusting is a business.
What, so you earn cash?
Yeah, you earn cash. You're clearing out the ghost infestation in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So you earn cash at the end of every mission. And,
GT knows that if he swears, the shotgun trap will activate.
To work out how you're gonna bust these ghosts without destroying. Golden Gate
The poor
Bridge.
bloke, he had to fly all the way to America. It was so far. It was like 12-hour flight, and then he just did this, and then he had to fly back home again.
What was the hardest bit to do to bring this to VR? Because this is probably the best way anyone could actually feel like they are a Ghostbuster for the first time.
Absolutely.
So,
VR is so immersive, and to put on the headset, pick up the proton pack, and go in with your friends it's insane, right? One of the hardest things was making sure that it felt authentic. It's making sure that the proton wand felt like the proton wand.
Yeah.
And the trap, when that opens and captures a ghost, it's as powerful as it is in the movies. But we tie in a lot of the existing Ghostbusters universe into what we made.
Otter, your people are watching, right? Like, what do they want to know about Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord?
Is the Marshmallow Man going to be in it?
Well, there's mini puffs.
Yeah.
Really fun when you go around the corner and you get absolutely swarmed.
Hey VR bruv, welcome to the stream.
Not at all.
This is kind of like the end kind of wrap up. This is kind of like creator interviews with developers talking about games.
Like, you mentioned the ghost of the crocodile hand.
Yeah.
Like, what made you come up with these designs? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, we looked at the spirit guide and all the existing IP, and we just tried to make the most fun, most exciting ghost we could.
So fans will get in here and feel some nostalgia.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
So there's a definite art style that you've chosen. Can you tell me, like, how'd you come up with that art style? Like,
It's a
what was the
very
decision? Like,
cartoony-looking art style, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. So we started with very strong concept art. We concepted it all out.
But the gameplay will be
styles that we really liked the most.
The
But
gameplay will be where it's
it was
at.
quite clear we needed a really strong toon shader. One, we wanted to play to our strengths on the platform, and two, we just wanted to make it pop. We wanted the characters to pop, we wanted the ghost to pop, and especially when you're dealing with these quite dark and moody environments,
There are lots of puffs.
Alcatraz,
Yeah, apparently
it's,
so.
It's abandoned, so you want things to still look like they pop out.
So Techman, what kind of multiplayer gamer are you then?
Man, just like Ghostbusters, something with strategy.
Okay.
Right? So I want to go in, I want to have a plan. I don't want to just go in shooting, busting ghosts. I want to make sure we know what we're going after, what we're going to do, who's going to use the trap, who's going to use this weapon, that
Frazzle.
weapon.
GT be working with Casper the Ghost.
Right?
Yeah,
if we're going to lead a team, if we're going to storm through the gates, we need to know what we're doing.
Techman has clearly got some multiplayer pre-qualification in order to make it happen. Well, listen, Jack, I appreciate you coming through. This looks amazing.
Thank you.
You're the art director, so much love. That'll do it for our Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord roundtable.
I wonder if we're going to get any
Thanks
more.
to everyone on the stage. Jack.
Thank you.
Techman. Otter.
In GT, well done, mate. Well done, GT. Good job, bro.
Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord launches
job.
this fall, and you can wishlist the game right now on the MetaQuest store. That's all from us. Again, we hope you enjoyed this year's showcase, as well as these deeper discussions. Until next time, peace.
Is that the stream done? Is that done?
Hi, everyone.
Oh.
I'm Travis Williams, head of production at Oculus Publishing. We hope you enjoyed our show.
What? What happened there? We hope you enjoyed. Cut. Done. Job done. That is the stream done, I think. Yeah. Interesting stream for sure. That is the end. Wow. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone that stuck by. Let's have a little quick roundup of everything we got to see. So I can try and bring up some of these trailers now that the stream is over. Let's head over to the MetaQuest YouTube channel and have a look, because some of the trailers were pretty good. Let me see. Let me see. Not Asgard's Wrath. We've seen enough of that. Oh, here we go. Let's watch this one again. This is the Bulletstorm one. I think this was probably my highlight of the show, to be honest. Bulletstorm. I remember playing this back in the day, and it was a lot of fun, so... It's just a shame that they cut out basically all the violence from this trailer, which probably doesn't portray how cool this game is actually going to be. But if it's like, it looks like a recreation of the original game, and if that is the case with the story and everything, it's going to be pretty savage and brutal. It's all about being like creative with killing people, basically. And that looks like a kind of bullet cam, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I love these PG-13 trailers where they just shoot, but no one's getting hurt. It's all very friendly and nice. I love a gunshot that's timed with the music. It's always a good choice. I enjoy. Yeah. Pretty happy with that one. For sure. Probably my highlight from the showcase. Let's spin on. Ah, another highlight for me, actually. This one. Underdogs. So One Hamza are the same team that made Racket NX.
Yo, this city ain't never gonna let two bass boys like us in.
I love these dudes are like proper London boys.
Jungle out here, bruv.
Kind of reminds me of like Robot Jocks. If you're old like me, then you'll remember that movie. Or maybe like that one with Hugh Jackman. Was it Iron Fist or something? Dan, in your opinion, what's the best VR headset to buy at the moment? I would probably wait for Quest 3 now that it's been announced. Like, it's coming in a few months, so if you can afford it, I would wait for Quest 3. Quest 2 has been solid since its release, so confident that Quest 3 will be good. This does look cool. I'm just worried about the arena combat. Like, if it's the same arena every time, that would kind of suck. But I love the fact that like his arm's been ripped off and he just picks it up and then batters him with it. That's epic. Banging music, banging art style. Yeah, definitely a big fan of Underdogs. Like that one. The other one that really stood out for me was Seventh Guest. Yes. This one looked really good as well. Yeah, Vertigo games, like, you know, they made Arizona Sunshine 2, After the Fall. They make good games, so I'm confident this is going to be cool. Especially, like, because it's based on a franchise that people know as well. I never played the original, but I'm definitely curious of this. Definitely looks spooky. So it looks like you as a player had like ghost hands then? Yeah, so maybe you're a ghost as well. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, did I not show that to you? I'm so sorry. Hold on. What else have we got here? Ba-ba. Let's see. Power wash. Only showed a little bit of gameplay on this one, which is a bit of a shame. I really hope this comes to PC, because like as cool as it's coming to Quest, like if it comes to PC or PSVR 2, at least they can like up the graphics a little bit. But I think this is one of those games that people just spend so long playing, like so many hours playing this. Yeah, Power Wash is cool. Ever since it released, I was like, this game would be perfect in VR. I'm glad it's finally happened. But apart from that, Yeah, not really much else, really, to be honest. Bulletstorm was definitely my favorite. And Seventh Guest. Justice the Masquerade. Yeah, that looked pretty cool as well. Let me show you that quickly. This looked pretty cool as well. I like the art style, and this is fast travel games.
Venice, Italy. Felt like I was back on square one. Hiding in the night.
Yeah, this looks cool. Someone else in the chat mentioned that this looked like Dishonored. It definitely does.
I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished.
I like the fact that you're a vampire and you're like potentially going to be like sucking blood from people. Like that sounds pretty cool.
You do well to remember that. Because if you don't,
Jonathan Clark, this is coming to
I'll make
PSVR
things
2.
Very
oh, okay.
Uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, we definitely had some good games announced for sure. It wasn't I know some people were upset about the showcase, especially around GTA, but I think we definitely got some interesting games launching. Bit of variety there. I Expect You to Die 3 as well. Looking forward to that. We had No More Rainbows. And let me play this trailer again because I really like the look of this game and it came out today. So let me play this one. This looks really cool. So you play it looks like you play a monster and all these little cute dudes, you just go and wreck them. Which sounds like a lot of fun to me. Maybe that says more about me than this game, but
I won't let them.
I love the way the music changes. These poor little dudes getting absolutely destroyed. This does look like fun. 160 Uno. You can't be serious. This looks like fun. It looks like Gorilla Tag. It's like Gorilla Tag was like a proper like story game instead of being like multiplayer. That's what it looks like. James, you're a sadist, Mike. Yeah, maybe I am. It just looks hilarious. I don't know. This one's out now, so if you, I'm gonna go and check this one out shortly. But that one looks like fun. So yeah, that is the lineup really. I think like the biggest announcement of the whole day, of course, was the Quest 3 announcement. Pretty crazy that even happened. I kind of feel like, maybe Meta did this because the Apple event is happening on Monday, and they kind of wanted to jump the gun with people knowing that their headset is coming as well. So yeah, really curious about it. They weren't specific about like how high the resolution is, but they said it was higher than Quest 2. They said that the processor was twice as powerful as Quest 2, which is going to be crazy. 40% slimmer, higher resolution, pancake lenses. Lenses look like they're from Quest Pro. New controllers without tracking rings, but the same haptic levels as Pro controllers. $499 for the 128GB model, and it's coming this fall. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with Quest 3 announcement, to be honest. But yeah. I'm kind of curious, like, why Meta went with the whole Asgard's Wrath 2 thing. Seems like the community, a lot of you in the chat were pretty disappointed about that announcement. Because I guess no one really has, especially if you're a Quest player, like, no one really has any, like, major love for Asgard's Wrath, as they didn't get the opportunity to play it if they're Quest players, because it was PC exclusive title. So kind of sucks that those that did enjoy the PC version won't get to enjoy the sequel on PC with the higher and the better graphics. But yeah. Adaptive triggers, haptic triggers, Ains me. No, I think that's a PSVR 2 only feature that I've seen so far, but adaptive triggers definitely make a big difference on PSVR 2. The haptics in general in that headset, like headset haptics as well, are really great. Bulletstorm is coming to PSVR 2 as well. PlayStation just tweeted it. Nice, thank you, Paradise Decay. I'll check that one out. Let's see. Oh, Bulletstorm VR has a Steam page as well, and coming to PSVR 2. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much for the update. So it looks like it's coming to Steam and PSVR 2. Very, very cool. I wonder what other people are saying about this this showcase, but overall, quite happy that we're getting some cool indie games. Some interesting games as well coming from like Vertigo games. I Expect You to Die, Power Wash. Yeah. I'm just kind of like on the fence about the whole Asgard's Wrath thing. We can check out the trailer again. But it looked very very kind of sparse in some of the environments. Let me show you.
Spreading. Loki's evil invades all realms.
Oh, Coco, just to let you know, someone in the chat said that there is a 3.5mm audio jack, so that was confirmed. Game Attack! Sup? We were watching you on the Ghostbusters panel, holding your little PKE meter with your dripped out trainers. You did a good job, mate. Well done. So yeah, Quest 3 does apparently have a 3.5mm jack. Yeah.
Your reality is my guardian.
Exact your vengeance
and unleash your wrath.
So GT, what did you think of the showcase? What were your thoughts? What were your highlights? You weren't mega cringe. You weren't mega cringe. You came off pretty well, to be fair. I was just messing with you. You did a good job. Yeah, 60 hours. You're going to be playing 60 hours of that. Don't know if you're going to want to, though. That's the problem. I think that's the one I'm probably most confused about, to be honest, out of the whole showcase. It's a shame also we didn't get to see Arizona Sunshine gameplay, because they did the same with the PlayStation showcase. So if I show you the PlayStation showcase trailer, it was again a CGI trailer. I want to see gameplay. Like, yeah, I don't want to see these CGI trailers, because you never know how these games are going to actually look when you play them. But I do like the idea of Arizona Sunshine 2, because the original was super fun. You could play co-op. And it looks like, even if you don't play co-op, you've got a companion in this one, because you've got a little dog buddy. Well, who's actually called Buddy. So.
You see, everything started 2 years ago, when I met Fred. And ever since then, it's like I see his face everywhere. And lately, I've started to develop some destructive tendencies. Whoosh! What do we have here?
GT, he says, I'm buzzing for it. My highlights were Bulletstorm, Power Wash, and a bit more excited for Asgard. Fair enough. So yeah, Bulletstorm, Bulletstorm and Power Wash, definitely, for sure. I agree. Asgard's, I'm not convinced yet. But like I said earlier, these games do look better in the headset when you actually play them over watching these trailers.
I'd love to sit here all day and chew your ear off. I'll be right out, boy. But as you know,
Quest 3 is coming in the fall. So yeah, before Christmas.
Catch you later, Fred.
A good chunk before Christmas.
Who's a good boy?
Buddy looks awesome. I love dogs, so having a little dog companion in the game seems like an epic idea. Yeah, so that's about it, really. Underdogs, yeah, agree. Vampire Masquerade, I agree. Yeah, both look pretty good. Underdogs especially, I really like the vibe with that one, for sure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of the showcase, to be honest. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love it when we get to do live streams. I don't do them very often, but when I do, you always come in and show me some love. So thank you so much for that. Just a reminder as well, I told you all at the beginning, but Saints and Sinners, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are having a big sale at the moment on all platforms. So Quest, Steam, and PSVR. So if you want to pick up those games, if you haven't played them already in VR, they're some of the best you can play, and you know it's not very often they get both discounted. Links to the The discounts are in the description down below. And also, if you want to win yourself a VR cover, limited edition VR cover, this is like 500 units only. They've teamed up with Saints and Sinners to do this VR cover, and no purchase is necessary. You can enter the giveaway in the link in the description below and win yourself one of 500 very limited edition run VR cover kits for the Quest 2. So yeah, I've been working with them on a little project, and this is something they're doing at the moment, so I thought it'd be worth sharing on stream if you want some awesome games to play right now while you wait for these other ones to come out. But thank you so much again for tuning in. It's always super fun. And yeah, I'll see you all on Monday for the Apple live stream of WWDC. That's going to be super interesting about this Apple headset. I'm sure there's going to be like Macs and iPhones and maybe AirPods or whatever else, but apparently this is the one where they're going to announce the headset. So if you want to tune into the live stream, that's going to be around a similar sort of time on Monday, but I'll post all the details on my socials in the meantime. But maybe I'll do a little wrap-up video of all the content that was shown up during the showcase and my kind of personal highlights. So maybe keep an eye out for that on the channel tomorrow. But until then, have a lovely evening. Thank you very much again for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Until then, take care and goodbye for now. Cheers.